have a brand new game.
I was trying to contain myself. Oh my.
Let's go option one, not safe.
These are insane.
And Brandon keep killing it.
What is good, Creative Fam? Brandon Washington here, and welcome back to another episode of Uncensored. Y'all saw the title. Y'all saw the thumbnail. Y'all probably also heard the news this week. We got a ton to talk about because regardless to whether you like TikTok or you hate TikTok or how you feel about the platform as a whole, I think as a videographer, it is impossible to believe that TikTok has not impacted your video creation world in some way. But I'm not just here to talk about it by myself. I also have my amazing guest host or co-host, Jarrell, in the
guest
building.
host is in the building.
The guest host, the co-host, he's here every single week. Dude, I feel like we have so much to go over this week. But we also added a few new things coming out today. So first, not only are we going to be talking about this topic, but we also have a special first time ever question of the day, which is something I'm really interested to start bringing to the live streams more and more. I know more people have questions, and so we're going to tell you guys how you can submit your questions for future episodes, but we're really excited about our question of the day, and we're going to have an entire segment later on today where you guys can ask me questions because that is what I want this show to be about. I want it to be a little bit of give and take. You know, I can provide some knowledge and some of my input, but then you guys can also add questions. So this means at any point, if you disagree with something I have to say about this show, this is the Uncensored Show. So it's okay for you to disagree and to put your thoughts down in the comment section.
And matter of fact, we just dropped a poll and we want to know from you guys your answer to this poll. So take some time to do it. But do you actively, creatively make TikTok style content? And because we want to know if this ban is going to affect you or it's going to affect you creatively. Right now, I see about 73% of people are not making TikTok style content.
That's actually really shocking to me because I feel like I know personally, even though like I do a lot of stuff for my social media platforms and stuff, which basically almost forces you to make vertical style content, right? I also see that on the client side of things, a lot of times my clients, even if there's like a singular really good video that they want made, they still want a few Instagram reels, TikToks, whatever you want to call it, in order to help promote even the full video or to promote. And like we see this even with major Hollywood studios, like they're making movies, they're making TV shows. I can't tell you how many vertical ads I've seen for Avatar, The Last Airbender, like for me to go watch the show on Netflix, which is ultimately going to be a 16:9 on my TV, but I'm still seeing even the big studios. So it's actually really surprising to me that more people aren't saying that they're using or creating a lot of TikTok style videos.
You know, something that's interesting. I stopped posting on TikTok a while ago because one of the things that I came across is I would take maybe like YouTube shorts or maybe Instagram reels, stuff that was dedicated to those platforms and just tried posting them on TikTok.
Yeah.
And they didn't do so hot.
Yeah. It's like almost like TikTok has its own little ecosystem.
Absolutely. And so you could probably bust out of the trends and do something specific, but I think people on that platform, they can smell it. If you take a podcast and you just clip it up and you put it on TikTok, they're like, nah, we want that iPhone vertical.
That's actually exactly what I feel like they want. I wonder though, when it comes to this potential, because in case some of you guys aren't aware, the news sort of broke this week that there is a strong possibility, and I say strong lightly, honestly, but there's a decent possibility that TikTok as a brand, as an app, as a company could potentially be banned here in the United States. And so, Jarrell, you actually have the actual news. So I'll let you break down the news for anyone who doesn't know so we can legitimately know what actually happened, and then we can sort of give our thoughts on the ban.
Yeah, it actually kind of surprised me because TikTok has 170 million users in the US, which is crazy. But on Wednesday, the House passed a bill and it was pretty bipartisan. Like it was 352. So, I mean, you had a lot of Democrats, a lot of Republicans to 65 that were in favor of banning TikTok. So now it's going to go to the Senate, which it kind of feels like at least the news is kind of reporting that it's a little iffy.
Yeah. Now, to be clear, this bill was not just to ban TikTok, right? Like it's a bill that has other stuff that's always looped into it. So like I wonder with a bill like this and when you start passing things on, you send it off to the Senate, like what happens like the Senate has to vote on this too and they would have to unanimously agree, correct?
Uh, what is it for a law? No, is it? Oh gosh, this takes me back to those. I need a bill. It takes me back to
the Schoolhouse Rock days.
The Schoolhouse Rock. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Two thirds. I don't know. Dude,
Yeah.
hey, if you're on this live stream, you probably know and you're going to correct us.
Yeah, absolutely. No, definitely. If you know, let us know. But then it has to go through the
definitely
Senate.
Over a majority.
Right. So it
And
has to be a
then-
majority in the Senate.
Yeah.
And then it also has to then go to the president who has to sign in the middle of an election.
And we're not a political show,
Yeah.
but like you said, it's in like literally an election year. Like who wants to hold that
Decision.
sack of whatever that is?
Yeah.
Nobody wants to
exactly.
pick that up.
Yeah. And so for me, when I start thinking about like, how all this stuff could shake out, I don't really know from a political side of things who cares about what, because I'm not a super political person and it's not a political channel. But what I do start thinking about is all the videographers who have been impacted, because I can't even pretend to believe that like the rise of content that was just uploaded to TikTok hasn't increased the number of people who either desire to create videos for themselves or the people who are out there looking for videographers to create content for them for their social media platforms. Because the one thing that TikTok has shown, and it's it's adamantly true across Instagram now and even YouTube now with YouTube Shorts, is that there is something about that vertical form of video that just allows you to get way more engagement. It allows you to get way more reach. And from a business side of things, I feel like a lot of companies and creators have really jumped on that bandwagon and said, this is how I'm going to get exponential reach beyond what I was able to get before.
You probably know this better than me, but I think I heard this somewhere. Did TikTok kind of force everybody to go vertical because of how like popular it became? The YouTubes, the Facebooks, the Instagram, because really vertical video is not the first, but one of the few universal formats on all of the major platforms. And I heard, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, it was because literally when TikTok came out, everybody flooded and not left, but just started making so much more content.
Yeah, I think it was kind of like a perfect storm of events. We had 2020, which was like the year of the pandemic and whatnot. So a lot of people were at home. And they were trying to consume content, and TikTok just kind of became this thing that not only did people have plenty of time to consume it, but also people had plenty of time to create for it. And so it was like this perfect little circular motion of, oh, it's something new and it's a new format. People were getting excited about it. They were creating content for it. People who had never maybe created content before and was able to build an audience before found a platform that allowed them to do it. That made other people want to do it as well. And so it became this perfect little cyclone of what ultimately became TikTok. And what I think scared Instagram and even YouTube to a certain extent was the idea that people really like gravitated to that platform in such a mass wave that like if any like at the end of the day, we got to remember Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok, all they are doing is selling your attention, right? Like that's what they're doing to all of us. Like they build a platform that hopefully garners a ton of attention and then they sell that to advertisers. Well, when Instagram sees their engagement drop and when YouTube sees their engagement drop, and all signs are pointing to hey, this TikTok thing is happening because they have vertical video. I think it basically forced them to feel like, okay, we got to figure out how to get into this game. And so Meta, which has done this a million times over, whether that was with Snapchat stories or
Mhm.
whatever,
They may
but
not be the first.
they may not be the first, but they're going to do a dang good job at copying it, right? And so they rolled out Reels, and then YouTube did something which I thought was really interesting, which kind of stayed in their DNA. They still tried to go vertical, right? Which was great, because again, to the point that you made, it made it kind of kind of like similarities across all the different platforms. But what YouTube did that I thought was really interesting was that they were like, we're also going to be the company that figures out monetization the best.
Mm.
And now that said, YouTube Shorts monetization is still not great, but at least they seem, I'll say that much, they seem to be trying to figure it out. But it
What have you heard on that? Like, I've heard like 20 million views is like $1,000.
the view, so I think it really does come down to, most people are used to seeing a certain number of views on a long form video and
Yes.
then associating that with a certain value. But I think the value of vertical video is actually way lower, because the truth is, it's like, if you've doom scrolled ever, which I'm pretty sure everybody who's ever like gotten a cell phone at this point has probably found themselves doom scrolling, whether they like to admit it or not.
There's
You-
crack in that algorithm.
Bro, that you're swiping and swiping and swiping. But the truth is I guarantee you, after about an hour of swiping through whatever platform you choose, after an hour of doing that, if you rest for an hour and then I had to quiz you about what you consumed in that last hour, you'd probably fail that test.
Mm.
And that is because when it comes to short form content, two things are happening kind of simultaneously. And this has just been my approach. This is not scientific. This is not like, this is just Brandon speaking here.
Mhm.
But I think two things are happening. One, you're getting so much dopamine release that when you're getting that much dopamine, no one video in particular reigns supreme over the others. And so that makes it really hard. But then the second one is that you are not choosing to consume anything. The algorithm is giving you everything. And so when you choose to consume something, the chances of you remembering it are much higher. Like when you choose to consume a book, you're going to remember what that book had. Or if you choose to consume a video, because you made that choice, your mind says, okay, I made a choice. I need to make this choice worth it. But
Mhm.
when you're just swiping, you're not making any choices. So therefore, the value of short form content to me is just way lower, which also then means that the value to brands and to sponsorships and to running ads has seemed to be much lower. So when you see these 22 million views on shorts and you made maybe $1,000, you're like, how is that possible? The value is just not the same. And this is why, in my opinion, I still think that long form YouTube content is still going to reign supreme as far as like value and building an audience and making genuine connections with people. But vertical video, because of what TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube Shorts did as a creator, it made it really easy because you could make one piece of content for the first time ever, make one piece of content and literally post it across all the platforms. And as far as I'm concerned, that's like going to the casino and you're able to take one quarter and put it into 3 different slot machines simultaneously, pull them all and just hope for the best. And we had never seen anything like that happen, at least in the creative space so far.
Yeah, that's what I do. I will take a podcast and I will literally clip it up. And you actually have a video on this. So if you haven't seen it on Brandon's channel, go watch the video after the live stream. But I will take a podcast. I will clip it into a 30-second, 60-second video. And then one thing that I love on YouTube is you can put ad related video
Mhm.
and you can literally link that to the long form content. And I will oftentimes get way more views on the podcast that I post. And so, yeah, that like the short form content, and you've seen Joe Rogan, like he doesn't even probably clip his stuff,
Yeah.
but other people clip it. But if that short is really good, people are gonna go look for the long form.
That is true, and I have found that to be the case. It's a weird dynamic because I think it differs between what type of content you're making. Like if you make podcast style content, or if you make educational style content, or you make entertainment style content. I believe that like all these different forms of media at this point almost deserve their own different strategy.
Hmm.
And that can make it very challenging because a lot of people, and even myself included, will speak in absolutes like, oh, this is how you should attack, short forms, or this is how you should attack long form content. But the truth is that every different type of content, depending on what genre it's in, but also whether it's educational entertainment or, like literally like how the audience engages with you, like the storytelling, it all slightly changes. Like as a
Mm.
filmmaker and as a videographer, like I'm used to certain rules, even through the cinematography.
Hmm.
With YouTube, 16:9, you can use most filmmaking techniques like the rule of thirds, things like that. But when you get to vertical, the rule of thirds don't work anymore. There's more of like everything needs to be center framed, and you can't frame too high because there's going to be IO there, and you don't want to be framed too far to the right because there's going to be more IO there, and you can't be low because the description is going to be there. So it's like you really get this really small box that you can work in.
Oh yeah.
And sometimes as a creator, limitations can be, revolutionary because you get a chance to try something new. It kind of forces you to think outside of the box and try to figure out how do you make this new restriction work. But if it comes at the detriment of creating what you really want, that's where I think people start to have a lot of problems and why so many filmmakers are struggling with the idea of vertical. I even saw this hat that was like, make videos horizontal again,
I
which
saw
is
that, yeah.
like hilarious to think
Yeah.
about, especially now with, TikTok and the ban and everything else. I thought that was absolutely hilarious. Oh gosh. Okay, so we're gonna go to the comment section here. We're gonna pull up a real comment, but we'll pull up Cam's deal. I appreciate it. You know what's funny, Cam, that you mentioned about this outfit? I wear this flannel on almost every single outfit. Maybe he likes the pants today.
Manicures.
Maybe he likes the pants today. I do need to get my nails done, so maybe I'll take this $10 and go take my wife, and that'll pay for the tip to get me and my wife's manicure done. So I love it. But I'd love to know what people are saying in the comments. So let's go to the comments. Let's see what other people are saying, because I think this is a really hot button topic that we could definitely talk about. So why don't we read off the first one?
It says, I don't use TikToks because I don't think it's necessary for content creation. I don't like how China owns and manipulates American culture around the world.
Yeah, I think that is the one thing that's the political side that I don't really know enough about. So I don't want to speak on something I don't know.
Mhm.
But I do understand that it is a Chinese-based company and that there is talk about manipulation. The one thing I will say is that regardless of what China is doing with TikTok, we have seen the impact even in American countries. And so like our company, sorry. So like we said before, YouTube Shorts has changed, Instagram has changed. I wonder if TikTok gets banned, and this will be a great question for the chat. If TikTok gets banned, and so that influence of vertical video kind of goes away, right?
Mm.
Will we see a decrease in value of vertical video as a whole? Because I'll actually tell you a secret that has to do with my Instagram account. Now, I post plenty of Instagram reels. I don't really do TikTok. I don't have a TikTok on my phone. It's not really the app of my choice. But one thing that I have actually found on Instagram for me that has worked better than reels has actually been horizontal swipe through carousels.
Mm.
And so if you do follow me on Instagram, you may have seen that like we've had quite a few, carousels that have come out because I personally struggle with trying to make everything fit into that 60-second bubble that is an Instagram reel.
Mhm.
And so the carousels allow us to go a little bit deeper and you can swipe. And the videos actually could be much longer because you have 60-second per swipe, right?
Mhm.
And that has actually done really well. We actually had a post go live with Justin Porter. And that video that carousel swipe has dang near gone viral on Instagram. And I just wonder if TikTok is gone, will that change the value of vertical form video?
Mm. You know what? It's so hard because I feel like, to me, I feel like shorts, TikToks, they're so powerful. I want you to tell me, and this is how, like, I'm pretty certain or sure. So chat, you can say, Brandon, you can also answer. How many TV shows or movies have you watched because the algorithm fed you shorts? So I'll tell you, like, for me,
Yeah.
I started watching Suits and Young Sheldon because, oh my goodness, I was starting to get so many Suits shorts. I felt like I almost knew the show before I started watching it. And then also Young Sheldon, I'm like, man, these shorts are so good. I'm gonna go watch it. but have you watched a movie and or a TV show because you saw so many shorts?
I will say, so I had already planned to watch Avatar: The Last Airbender,
Mhm.
but because so many shorts started coming out and so many jokes started coming out about the show, I got a little nervous about it getting ruined for me,
Mhm.
and so it forced me to go watch it even sooner because I was like, I
Mm.
don't want it to be spoiled because I realized that our culture was so quick to like grab something that was trendy and throw it in like a vertical
Oh
form
yeah, for
video.
sure.
You know what I mean? And whether it was like stuff getting meme to death or even like direct content from Netflix as a studio, like there was so much content being thrown at me. So yeah, absolutely. I definitely 100% would say that like shows and movies have definitely drawn me. Like there was a movie the other day, there was like a fight scene and I was like, yo, what is this? And then I went and looked it up and it was a movie called Blood and Bones. And it's like this like really obscure martial arts movie that I would have never found
Mhm.
deep inside of the, I believe it was on Amazon Prime algorithm.
Was
But
it good?
oh, so good. So
Blood and
good.
Bones.
Yes, such a good if you like just like turn your brain off martial arts
Yeah.
movies, bro, such a good movie. But yeah, it was amazing. Fight scenes were awesome. And like because I saw that in a short, it was like, yeah, I gotta go. I gotta go watch this.
Yeah, I think for me, if I'm trying to be a filmmaker and create shorts, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Like that, like I'm not gonna make a 60-second short film. Like, I don't know. Like that doesn't make sense. But if you're trying to market your short film, if you're trying to
Mm.
market your podcast, if you're trying to market your business, like I think that you just might be like, and obviously think about it however you want to, but you just might be thinking about it the wrong way.
Yeah, there is something to the amount of reach that vertical video, and that's not even necessarily due to, I don't believe that actually has to do with it being a vertical video, in my honest opinion. I think it's just that is what the platforms have chosen to push.
Mhm.
And I think most creators, and this is just maybe my opinion, but if photos got as much push as reels, people would post way more photos.
Mm.
And if carousels, because this is my honest opinion, I think carousels actually are getting way more push now.
Mhm.
Carousels started getting way more push than reels, then I think we would see way more carousels being created.
Mhm.
I think what we are doing, we are creatures of habit. We are creatures that are looking for success. And so we go after whatever feels like it's getting the most push and it's getting the most opportunity. And so as creators, we are reaching out for that attention, for that reach, for that, promotion. And currently that's been vertical video. And that's why I'm so interested to see that if TikTok does inevitably gets banned, will we see vertical video lose that push? And then what will it go towards?
So this might be a hot take. I feel like no, because the reality is we don't read anymore.
Mm.
We don't we don't
Okay.
read. Like
Yeah.
we don't pick up magazines. We don't I don't know about you, but when you're going to if you watch the news, you're not reading the article. You're looking for the video on top that you're going to play
Yeah.
and you're going to listen to it, sort of deal. So I think as a society, like we don't value reading. And so I think video is always going to be king because it's just easy.
Yeah. I agree
So
with you. I agree with you.
I think that if TikTok gets banned, I think kind of a little bit with our conversation a little bit before, I just kind of think that who's going to stand in the gap? Is it going to be Meta? Is it going to be who's outside of Meta? Is it going to be YouTube?
Yeah.
Like whose platform is going to stand to benefit the most if TikTok gets banned?
I think that answer is probably Meta, only because Instagram Reels has the DM aspect of it, which I think is one of the other things that a lot of people don't think about when it comes to TikTok. Is part of vertical video, like part of that ecosystem, is sharing.
Mm,
And YouTube currently doesn't have an easy way for you to share. So if you see a funny reel, it's one thing to experience it yourself,
mhm,
but it's another thing when you think, oh, my so and so's gonna love this. I can't
mm,
wait to share this with so and so, so and so. Like I have entire group chats with friends where all it is us sending each other reels back and forth. And like
mhm.
there are even memes about that. And so with TikTok out of the way, if YouTube doesn't figure out a way to help make YouTube more social and the sharing aspect of shorts, I don't think they'll ever see a massive success in that short form vertical, because I think that Instagram has DMs so well integrated and they have the technology with WhatsApp right behind them
Mhm.
that like that avenue is never going away. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And so that, in my opinion, but I'd love to go back to the chat and just ask them and see like what their thoughts are on this, because I know this is super it's every person has their own option on this, has
Uh,
their own decision.
so one of the things that Cam just said, my commercial work went from 2 to 5 minute filmic horizontal finals to now 10 to 15-second vertical deliverables. It's heartbreaking. Crazy to see brands throwing big budgets to vertical finals.
I don't actually think that's crazy. And the reason why is because, and this and this is tough as filmmakers, as creators, but like I
Mhm.
learned this lesson and I've said this lesson before. But like the truth is that they have never been paying for horizontal videos.
Mm,
They have been paying to solve a problem. And
mhm.
that problem has been educating our audience about who we are and whatever we want to tell them. And then they choose whatever format allows them to get the most bang for their
They
buck.
only care about popularity. What's ever popping right now.
It's whatever is going to get them the most reach for the problem that they're trying to solve. And 9 times out of 10, commercial clients are trying to solve the problem of, we got a widget to sell and we need people to buy it.
Mm,
And so whether that has been horizontal ads that ran in between YouTube videos as content or as ads, or whether that was commercials that were 30-second spots that played on your TV, now it's vertical videos. They never actually cared about our filmmaking. They
mm.
never cared about what we valued as art. What they cared about, unfortunately, has always just been, how do I sell more widgets? And this is, to me, why I push so many creators like Cam, like others, to find their own creative outlet. Because if your only creative outlet is coming through the clients that you're working with, you're always going to be at the liberty of whatever they find valuable. And so having your own creative outlet, whether that is video, it could not be video, it could be photography, it could be like, for example, our editor Travis, he loves building these like crazy homes for his snakes, and they are ridiculously well put together,
Mhm.
but that is a creative outlet for him, putting that together. Like, he has like the one he just made has like a land area and like water for like the fish. I don't know anything about this world, but that's a creative outlet for him. Yet he also does video for us and with our clients as well, but that's not where he gets his creative fills. It's making content for himself. And so I personally just believe that like that is the way, as a creator, that you have to maintain your own little creative outlet, because yeah, unfortunately the clients are only here for, whatever's going to help them sell more widgets. So that's just sort of my opinion.
Yeah, I feel you though, Cam Mackey.
Yeah.
Like,
No, I 100%
it
feel you.
sucks.
It's tough.
But
It's
yeah,
it's very tough.
if they're not going to give you the type of projects that you want, go and make the projects that you want.
Absolutely. I love that.
Yeah.
We're gonna clip that. We're gonna clip that
Who
somehow.
it's your friend. Who's your friend? Orbit?
Oh,
Josh?
Josh Yo,
Yeah. What does he say?
make art now.
Make art now.
Yeah, make your thing.
Yeah, go
Do your own deal. All right. Well, I think we need to go to the question of the day, because we have some special guests that are showing up.
We could do that, but I just brought up Mr. Camera
okay.
Junkie.
Okay, we'll take this question
Yes.
and then we'll take the question of the day,
Yes.
because we have some special guests,
Yes.
plural, that are going to be joining us on the live stream today. And I'm really excited about it. They are really excited about it. But more information on that in just a second. Let's go ahead and
He just
pull
put
up.
this up. He says if they take away TikTok, there'll just be a clone app to pop up in the next 24 hours.
I don't agree with that.
I think there will be clone apps, but do I think they'll be popular?
No,
I don't know if they'll be popular.
I don't think so. And the reason being, for me at least, has just been like, they might like, you could pop up a clone app tomorrow, or you could pop one up right now. You're not going to be able to get creators over to it until you can guarantee them reach. That's the only reason why most creators are on TikTok, is because they think they can get reach, unlike any other platform. That's why I said Instagram already has such a head start. They're going to benefit the most. But at the end of the day, like, it's all about reach and getting your art consumed. And like back in the day, if you were an artist, like a painter, you wanted to have your own gallery. You were looking for someone to put your art in a gallery. TikTok is just a gallery.
Yeah.
And it's just much easier for us to put our art there. And if that gallery shuts down, if another gallery opens up, but it has no customers coming there to consume the art, you're going to go to the next gallery that already has a line out of the door of people there to consume the art. But again, that's just my opinion. I'd love to know what you guys' thoughts are in the chat. But while we kind of transition, I wanted to start a new segment here on the live stream, which was a question of the day. Now, for the question of the day, I wanted to make this a video question because there are so many of you guys out there who consume this content, and I love seeing you guys' faces. We recently just had the Red event not too long ago, and that was an amazing experience. And so getting a chance to like actually network with you guys and seeing you guys face to face has been such a huge blessing on my life, and it just allowed me to feel way more connected with you guys. And so in order to do that, I want to start doing video submissions. So over on my Instagram, I post about once a week requesting questions, and I normally answer a lot of those questions on Instagram, but I decided I wanted to take a video one specifically for this here live stream. So we requested a video, and we're going to go ahead and answer that. And next week, you guys will be able to submit your questions to possibly be answered here on the live stream.
So here's the first CFA question.
Yo, what's going on, Brandon? The question that I have is more so for beginning filmmakers or creators that are looking to build connections. Do you have any tips for people that are just getting their feet wet in the game whenever it comes to building connections or even working with other creators in their area?
Yeah, so I mean, this is a great question, and obviously I'm a little biased because of our Red event that we just had. But if you can go to events, I think that is one awesome way that you can connect with other creators. But I know that doesn't help everybody because that puts a lot of the pressure on the universe, the rest of the world. Like, where these events are, where are they? Like, if you're in LA, there's events like every other weekend. But if you're like in a smaller city, or you're in a city like Houston where film isn't the big norm, I wanted to make sure that we had like some actual tangible advice. And so one of the big ones that I have, and this has actually helped me out, especially when I'm traveling to other cities, if I'm looking for people to collaborate with or work with or even hire for jobs, and that is, I actually go to Instagram and I go into the search and I search up the hashtag insert city videographers. And so like, if I'm going to Dallas, I go to Instagram and I type in Dallas videographers or Dallas filmmakers or Dallas content creators. And then I scroll, and that allows me to find a ton of creators in that city. And the other thing I'll tell you is that if you are someone who's just getting started and you're trying to find someone to work with, maybe there is a big creator in your city and you want to work with them, but like, you know, they're big time. They're doing their thing. You're not really sure what you have to offer them. I can tell you one thing that most creators almost unanimously all will value is BTS. And so if you can reach out to a creator via social media and offer the ability to shoot BTS video or photos for them for free. Now that's the big key. You got to be willing to go on set and shoot for them for free and just hand them over that footage. That is an awesome way to start that relationship. I mean, Marcus, who's a really good friend of mine, he came in to Houston, and I know immediately he just started offering the ability to shoot BTS for people. And that allowed him to make a ton of connections in the city, work with a lot of really awesome people here. And he even came out and shot BTS for me. Now he's a really great friend. I'll shoot BTS for him. He'll shoot BTS for me, because as creators, we know the value of that, and being able to help each other out is a big thing. So that's one piece of advice that I would give if you're new to a city and you're trying to connect with other creators. Find them on social using certain hashtags, and then offer your service to shoot BTS for them. You'll be surprised how many of them will actually take you up on it.
That's really good advice.
Yeah. Do you have any?
Yeah. For me, one of the things that I did is I DM'd you, and that was great. But then also, I also found that I started to build community through finding other people with the like size channels. And just be like fans of their content, like watch their videos, comment on them, you know, show up consistently. And what I found is you never know, especially if people are making good stuff, encouraging them and just letting them know what you liked about their deal. You will strike up conversations. People have sent me their phone numbers and we'll talk and we'll collaborate, especially if they're like in similar life places.
Yeah.
And so this is the crazy part. Everybody has to start somewhere. And while when you get to 150 or 500,000 or a million, you might be more established or you might even be better. There are still awesome filmmakers that might have small channel sizes just because they don't know social media or maybe they just started. So you can still learn from someone that has like 100 subs.
Yeah, honestly, I don't even think that numbers really matter because, like you said, being a fan of somebody and just being able to have a solid conversation with them. When we met, we actually like I know we DM'd a little bit, but like
Mhm.
we met in person accidentally
Yeah.
at a bagel shop of
Yeah.
all places. And at first, when we approached each other, we started talking a little bit, and you let me know that you had consumed my content.
Mhm.
I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. Like, whatever. Right. Like I was like, oh, this is, cool interaction. I'm going to shake his hand. I'm going to leave. And then you actually complimented my Red project that I had just come out, I think around that same time. I think it was the Red Raptor one.
Mhm.
And because you are a fan and you spoke specifically about my work, especially something that I was really proud of, for me, that meant a whole lot. And it changed the whole way the interaction went. And then, we went and got a coffee.
Yeah.
Years go like a year plus has gone by now, and like we're working together and we're good friends. And for me, it is, I think there's a certain level of like when you reach out to somebody to kind of want to connect with them. Sure, you can reach out just on some like, oh, I'm just trying to level myself up kind
Yeah.
of thing, but that doesn't work, and people can smell that really, really quickly.
And they probably get dozens, if not hundreds of those sort of requests all the time.
All the time. But it's so important to be an actual fan of the people that you want to work with. Because like for me, like, Cam is a friend, but I'm also a fan of his work.
Mm.
Like the stuff that he does with his Bronco, the way he shoots, like his artistic style, like Cam Mackey.
Nice
is
Z8 video.
amazing. Yeah, nice to see on that Nikon drink.
Yeah.
But it's so important, I think, as creators that when you start thinking about working with other creators, that it's even more important, aside from their following count and aside from like you just trying to get better at your craft, that you actually are a fan of what they are making. Because if you're not a fan of what they're making and you're not a fan of like who they are through their content, you're probably not going to benefit as much working together. And it's going to come off as more of like you're just trying to get something from them, which is going to be extremely limiting. So I know that's a long answer to that question of the day, but we wanted to make sure we go in deep and give you guys tons of practical advice that you can actually utilize for your journey, because we want to help make your journey better as filmmakers, because that's the ultimate goal. Is whether you're a filmmaker or content creator or a videographer, this channel, this platform, everything we have is about making, your journey better. So
Absolutely.
hope that answered that. So in the case that you missed the Red event, we actually made a really cool recap video that we shared last week, but I wanted to share it again this week because for me, this Red event is like the culmination of what we just talked about. It was the opportunity for people to meet and to hang out and to talk about what is possible. Kofi actually said something that I thought was really interesting when he titled this video. He said that this was the last Red event, which I don't think that's necessarily true, but I understand with the news of Nikon buying Red,
The independent.
how that could feel. But it definitely, as far as I'm concerned, it felt like the perfect way to end a chapter in the Red journey. You know what I mean? Like this event will forever, because I believe it really was the last event before the announcement came out. Now, yes, Red is still doing events and they're still doing trainings all around the world and stuff. Reducation is still a thing. It's still scheduled. But this event sort of like kind of was like a tail end chapter accidentally, for this monumental moment. And so while I get my special guests set up and prepared for today's game, which trust me, you're going to want to stick around because there will be a chance for somebody to win some cash moolah. There will be a way for somebody to win some money today. Someone in the chat, not the guest, but someone in the chat will win money today. My guests are.
Did they get disappointed? I can't see.
Yeah, they did. They did. They thought they were winning cash. No. The guests are not winning cash, but somebody in the chat will win some cash today. But while we get that set up, while we get the game ready to go, I wanted to show you guys the red recap because honestly, it was such an amazing event and it was just an honor to be able to put it on. So let's go ahead and run that. I don't know why I can't stop freaking out. I'm freaking out. So if you are someone who's never used a red before, you're going to walk away today feeling very confident.
I'm a new business owner. I'm really trying to get out there. And so the event one being free was huge opportunity. On top of that, like the quality level is way higher than any other event I've been to.
Some people are brand new to cameras, like, oh, I just got my camera, and they're googly-eyed at seeing the power of what this camera can do. That to me is the real win.
I have been looking for an event to go to like this, and it was so amazing to like meet Brandon for, I've been following Brandon for so long and meeting the Red Crew.
I think it's awesome that people can come out here and get to test out this brand new equipment.
I watched a lot of YouTube videos and I learned stuff here that I haven't seen yet.
Anybody that has access to this, come, and I even gonna bring other friends.
I thought I knew a lot about my camera until I got to actually get, to talk to the crew that put together this camera.
This was an awesome opportunity to see not just a red camera, but the cutting edge red cameras out there.
It's fucking awesome. It's cool. Excuse my language, but it's sick to come out here to see the facility. And I think it's really important to kind of see the community, especially in Houston, such a big city. And there is a film community here. And I think this is one of the steps that can build that.
For me, it was like, okay, how do I help people take that educational or make that educational gap without feeling like they need to rent the reds themselves, or without renting the lights themselves, or without trying to orchestrate talent. Thank you guys so much. See you guys next time.
Yes, sir.
All right, guys. So I need to know from you guys for future reference, what city should we do the next event in? Now, Cam is saying that he feels like he missed out and that he needs to be at the next Nikon one. Now, my question becomes for you guys, where should we go to next? Let me know in the comment section, because a little wink, wink hint, the next one might not be in the Houston area. We might go somewhere. So I need to know from you guys in the chat, where are you guys located? Because that's ultimately, for me, the guide is like, how do we continue to make this better? How do we continue to elevate and create the opportunities to bring creators together? We want to continue to bring creators together and have events just like this. So let me know in the chat, where you guys based, because this 100% becomes part of the data to let us know where we should go to next.
We have a few people commenting.
Yeah, where are we coming from? So
the Bay Area.
The Bay Area, West Coast. Yeah, you know what's actually kind of interesting? I actually have family. They're actually in Los Angeles, but I love going to the West Coast. And I've actually been to San Francisco quite a few times.
So beautiful. Such
a beautiful place. So that would be a great one. What's another one that we have in here?
Toronto.
My boy Kofi is out there, and
my boy Drake.
Your boy Drake. Jarrell said his boy Drake is out there. So what else? Let's get one more. Tulsa, Oklahoma. Okay. I don't even know anything out there.
sorry, Rylan.
Sorry, Rylan. I don't know anything out in the Tulsa, Oklahoma area.
We actually got a few, Brandon. We got a lot of people.
Atlanta coming in the building, Vegas. Actually, we'll be in NAB in just a few weeks, so we'll be in the Vegas area. We won't be bringing an event, but we'll be definitely out there. Florida, always nice. Miami, that's good. I actually think I like the idea of maybe to go to Orlando if we did do Florida, because then I could like hop skip over to Disney because I do love Disney.
We got two for Southern California.
Got a few on Southern Cal coming in. Another Atlanta. Atlanta's looking hot right now. You got a few. Oh wait, no, was that the same person twice? No. Okay, no, we got a few. Cleveland. Maybe we can get LeBron back. No, I'm just kidding. Maybe that's rude. Is that a sore subject in Cleveland? I don't know. We're gonna keep it coming. We're gonna keep it pushing. But no, it looks like we have quite a few people coming in from different areas. We are looking at all these different cities. So definitely let me know where you're tuning in from, because that does let us know where we should take another event like this. Because as you saw, we had a lot. We had LED walls. We had professional skateboarders, professional dancers. We had athletes. We had all these different areas for you to be able to film at. And the one thing I'm actually really excited, well, what I was really the most excited about for this event was the fact that I was able to actually show my kids what I do. Like this, so a lot of times when I shoot productions or I do commercials and things like that, my kids are not able to get as involved. And as they start to get older, I want them to get more involved. And so being able to actually have my kids show up to this event was absolutely amazing. And as some of you guys may know, right now in the States, we're actually sitting in the middle of spring break, especially if you're in the South. And so spring break is heavy, which ultimately means the kids are out of school. So if you're a parent who has to deal with your kids being out of school, you know how hard, like this is a tough week for editing for a lot of filmmakers out there because their kids are home. But my kids have been begging to be a part of what I do. And of course, I'm not going to not let them do it. So I'm really excited to announce today, I have the special guests of my kiddos on the live stream. What's up, boys?
Hello.
Y'all got to scoot over so you're in the camera.
Oh.
Get it over. Jarrell, let's go to the two shot.
I have a question.
Okay, here we go.
I felt like whenever you asked everyone to comment what the next Red event would be, I just think that they just commented where they live.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
that's the
exactly.
point. That's what they want. They don't want to have to travel, which I totally get. And that's sort of our idea for the future, is to try to do these events where you are, because let's be like Jarrell, like it was pretty awesome to see. We had people traveling in from all over for this Red event. We had people coming in from the West Coast. I think obviously we know Kofi and one other person I believe came in from Toronto. So our goal is definitely with these Red events to be able to have them in more cities, so that way people can actually be able to tune in without, and it doesn't necessarily have to be a Red event specifically, but the next events that we do, we absolutely want to do them for, make them where you are, so that way we can see more people there. Mr. Cam Mackey coming in with another super chat. Kids, make your dad give this money to you.
We will.
Look, Cam, all my money goes to them anyway, so that's gonna backfire on you. I don't make any money. My kids take all of it, 100%. That'll probably go to baseball stuff. Like, who knows? Jensen's got a camp coming up. It's gonna be a blast. So
we're probably gonna go broke after that camp.
Yes, no, we're gonna definitely go broke. My kids spend a lot of my money, but they know why they're here today, but y'all don't know why they're here today. So today we're going to be playing a special game, and I'm really excited about this game because for the first time, well, not first time, but for one of the few times, I won't actually be playing. My guests will be playing. And so we're going to have my oldest son, Andre. Yep, going up against Jensen.
Oh, God, I'm scared.
Here's how this is going to work. We are going to be giving away $100 to the winner, but the winner is actually going to be assigned from the chat. So here's what we need you to do in the chat. If you are based in the US and I can PayPal you this money, go ahead and just type in the word US based, or you can just put US, and Jarrell's going to pick two people and we're going to assign them each to one of my boys. And whoever wins, that person is going to get the money. We did this before a few weeks ago when we were actually right before the event.
I think
And
I saw that. I
yeah.
think I saw that.
And who was our winner on there? Kofi. I think Kofi won. And so that was really awesome. Kofi was able to allow somebody to get some money. So today we're going to be doing the same thing. So if you're US based, you need to go ahead and put that in the chat right now. So that way we can go ahead and pick somebody and we're going to assign you to one of the boys and we're going to play a game. Now, the game you guys have seen before, but I'm not really sure how the boys are going to do because
I'm not that into cameras and I don't know anything about them. All I know, the only camera I know about is my iPad.
Your iPad, that's it.
the only camera I know.
All that I know about cameras is that they're expensive.
They are expensive. All right, who we got? Jarrell, who we picking?
Ooh, you're gonna put this on me?
Yeah.
Alrighty. I'm just gonna randomly look at the screen and point. Jason Edelman.
Jason Edelman. All right, that's
let's
one.
Put you up, Jason, and then I'm gonna do it again. Boom. Ryland.
Yes, I got it.
All right, so Andre, you are going to be playing for Jason.
I got you, Jason.
Wait,
I got you.
Jensen,
I should be Jason because we both start with the letter J. So shouldn't I play as Jason?
All right, we can do it. The kids called it. Whatever the kids say goes. All right, so Jensen is playing for Jason. Andre, you're going to be playing for Ryland. We have our two contestants in.
Jason, I got your back.
All right, now here is the game. Let's run the bumper because Cam, we stay bougie even when the kids are here. This is a new bumper. I'm excited to show it. New intro courtesy of our editor
that?
Travis edited that.
Oh, Travis did it.
Yep, Travis did a great job on that, right boys?
Yep.
Really
Yeah, this is really good. So here's how this game works. It's called Guess the Price. So we're going to show you a piece of gear.
Wait, how are we gonna see it?
It's going to be on the TV.
Okay,
We're going to show you a piece of gear on the TV, and then it's going to be on you guys to guess how much that piece of gear costs.
Wait, but what if we both don't get it right? Is it gonna be like
Whoever
who's
is closest?
Yeah, I got it.
Whoever is closest gets the point. All right, you guys ready?
Yes, sir.
All
How
right.
many rounds are there?
I'm not sure, but I know what the last piece of gear is. How
5
many are there?
rounds.
10?
5.
There are
10?
10 rounds.
All right,
Oh,
I'm gonna beat you.
So y'all got time. Who's gonna win?
Wait, no, I am.
No, I am.
No, I am because
I am.
Double J and
Double J.
Ethan, Double J.
That's logical. That is
Double
logical.
J team.
Let's
Double
run
J.
it. All right, let's pull up the first one, Jarrell. All right, our first piece of gear
Oh.
is a Angel Bird CF Express Type B gift card.
It costs
memory
as much as a
card.
gift card.
You're gonna need a gift card to pay for it. All right, this is the memory card. Chat, I want you guys to help them out. Help the boys out because they probably have no idea how much this
I
costs.
know how much this costs.
I know.
All right, Andre, how much do you think it costs?
Oh wait, no, I don't want to answer first.
I think it's 500.
Okay, Jensen is coming in at $500.
I'm gonna go 200.
Andre's gonna go $200. Jarrell, chat, how much is it? It is $450.
I was
For a
closest.
memory card?
Andre Jensen was the closest, $450.
Why does it cost
James,
so much
I
for
told-
a memory card?
Jason. I forgot his name.
Ernest.
Jason?
Yes.
Jason, I got your back. I told you this. I told you.
All right, Drew, you got to keep counting the score because I can't.
Yeah.
All right, Jensen's got one. All right, here's the next one.
Oh,
This is
I
a
know.
Anton Bauer Titan battery. So this is a battery that you use to charge your
I
camera.
gotta listen to the words because the words depend on its price.
My
So,
gut
like
is-
if it says Titan,
It reminds me
all
of that
that
one
stuff.
right after rodeo whenever you just go round and round.
I think y'all are stalling so they can give you the answer in the
Yeah,
chat. So I need
yeah.
to know. Andre, Jensen guessed the first one. Andre, what's your guess?
it's 1,500.
$1,500 for a battery.
Ten-
All right. Jensen, how much do you think it is?
1,000.
1,000. Okay, so we got 1,000 and 1,500. Terrell, tell
That's
him.
some Price is Right stuff.
We think
Go
it-
ahead.
How much
Let's
does
let
it
them know how much
cost?
it costs. It's only $300.
Wait, I thought I'm closest.
Jensen
because
was
I'm
closer
lower.
again.
Then how is a memory card?
Jason, I told you I got your back. All right, I told
No,
you.
a memory card is 450. How is a battery 300?
Andre, you're older than me. How am I?
Jensen,
How am
chill
I
out,
beating
chill out,
you?
chill out.
That's the gear. That's the gear. All right, let's go to the next one. That's 2 for Jensen. Let's go to the next one.
Oh.
All right,
wait.
so this is the Aperture Electrostorm. This is a light. So this is a light that you can use to make your movies.
For some reason, I feel like this is really expensive, but just for a light, though.
Go ahead. What do you think the guess is, Jensen?
Oh, crap.
I mean, looking at
I'm guessing.
these-
I'm guessing somewhere in the hundreds.
All right, so give me a number. You got to give me a number.
500.
500 is Jensen's guess. Andre, what's your guess?
450.
450 is Andre's guess. Let's go, Jarrell. What is it?
It's gonna be 600 watts.
6,990 days.
closest?
$90.
Who was closest?
Jensen, you were technically closer.
Oh my goodness! Okay, you were terrible.
Not like 5,000.
Jason, I'm better.
Okay.
All right,
Jason.
Jensen is up 3-0. Andre, come for the comeback. Come
yeah,
on.
Andre, come on.
Jensen, chill out.
All right, AirPod Maxes.
I'm
Andre
first-
Andre gets the first guess.
300. 300.
All right, Andre went with $300. Jensen, what's your guess?
$2.99. $2.
$2.99.
No, $299.
$299. Okay, so he just went just under. Jarrell, what's our cost? $529.
You're
Andre
bad
is
at this.
I'm beating you. What are you talking about?
all right.
The
it's
official
3-1.
score 3-1.
3-1. Let's run the next one.
God, why did this stuff-
It's so expensive.
I know.
Here we go.
Oh, look.
Okay, so this
My
is
mom
hey,
commented.
pay attention. So this is the ARRI 16 to 32 millimeter lens. It is a signature zoom lens.
Look, mom commented.
I see that. All right,
They
y'all need
say
to tell me
they
the
get
price.
guessing price
So
skills
I'm
from
trying
him.
to think because whenever you had that one lens that got messed up, you were
How-
really mad. So I know that it's pretty expensive.
I'm trying to find.
I'm gonna say
Come on, Andre, you gotta give us.
Rylan, where are you at?
Ryland. Way back.
Rylan, Andre needs some help. How much he thinks it is? Somebody came in.
Okay, I'm gonna guess.
It says Ari on it. Come on. What do you got?
Guess the
3.
Andre, quick.
Okay, 33,000.
30 what?
30,000.
$30,000 for that lens is
I
Andre's
still
guess.
need to think about it because I don't
Nope,
know
you're
what
out of
number.
time.
Nope,
You're
come
out of time. What is it?
299.
299. This is gonna be impossible.
Oh my god.
All right, Chad, here we go. Here's the answer.
Let's go. I got closer.
Wait,
$71,000.
I'm beating
Look,
you
Jason
by
was
one.
helping you out. Jason was helping you out. $1.
I know.
Jason, I don't even know if I want to look.
All right,
just
hold
gonna
on,
make
hold
you
on,
not
hold
win.
on, boys. All right, so Andre was closer on that one. So the score is currently 3-2, and we are halfway through the game. So we only have 5 more. All right,
I need to
So,
win this for you, Jason.
here we
even though
go.
you're being mean.
here we go.
Even though you
Thank
make
you,
me
Rylan.
do-
Thank you, Rylan.
Here we go.
Andre.
The next one is the DJI Inspire drone. How much do we think this drone costs?
1,000.
All right, Jensen's locked in at 1,000. Andre, what's your guess? It's gotta be quick.
I'm
150.
locked in.
$150.
No. 1,500.
$1,500. And the lucky winner is
Let's go. It's me.
Andre. I just want you both to know you've been so far off, but you guys are doing
You're playing the game
You're
well.
playing the game well.
How dare you?
That drone cost $16,000.
It's just a drone.
But that's not even with the lens on it. So
Andre, Rylan just said, good job, Andre.
hey, all right. So Andre has come back. It is now officially tied 3-3. This game is way closer than I thought it would be. All right, here we go.
It's
Scared.
2 kids who know nothing about cameras.
LOL, we allowed to help? Yes, you
All
are
right.
allowed to help.
Pause on it. Here we go. This is a hard drive. So this is a terabyte. This is kind of like my drive over here. It's a 128 terabyte hard drive.
In one of your videos, I guessed the price of this, and I'm trying to remember how it was.
Wait.
It's
Remember-
not the same one. So,
Oh, okay,
Oh,
because
thank God.
so make your guess. Andre, quick. Here we go. It's a tied up
So
game.
it's that thing, right?
It's close to that thing.
Okay, I'm gonna guess 4,500.
$4,500. All right, Jensen, where you going?
10,000.
$10,000.
He got closer. He got closer.
Now you're gonna get close.
Oh, let's go. It's closer.
Andre takes the lead. Now, Jensen, to be fair, the one that I own is closer to $10,000.
How dare you?
You might have been
You
slightly
li-
misled
You
there a
were
little bit.
so. I'm so mad.
It's okay. It's all right. All right, here we go. The score right now is 4 for Andre, 3 for Jensen. Here we go. We're getting
Oh
close to
gosh,
the end of
mine
this.
was way off.
All right,
Oh,
here we
yeah?
go. This is the Red V Raptor.
32,000.
32,000 is Andre's guess. Jensen, what's your guess?
3,000.
$3,000
Wait, no,
for
no,
the
no,
Red.
no.
Lockton.
No, you can't do that.
Come on, Jensen, give us your
Okay,
guess.
3,000.
3,000 is his guess.
What the frick?
know I
It's
won, huh?
24,000. Andre's technically
What
closer.
did I guess?
You guessed
Wait,
32,000.
what?
Oh yeah, I'm closer.
So Andre is closer. So what's that put the score at?
Okay, right.
5 to
Okay,
3.
Jason,
Now hold on. Listen
If I
up.
win this,
Listen up. If Andre gets the next one right, that's game over. Andre wins. So
Jason,
Jensen, you
come
gotta
on,
you gotta
Ryan.
get these next two right.
Jason,
Here we go.
You're probably gonna lose because I am terrible.
How far the confidence has dropped. All right. Here it is. This is a microphone. It's actually the microphone that Jarrell is using right over there. It's called the Shure SM7B. It's like the microphone you have in front of you. It's just a little bit nicer.
What's the price?
It's
I
not
need to
on
look
there.
up the
You're
price.
not gonna find
I'm
the
gonna
price on there.
guess
So
1,000.
Andre's guess is $1,000. Jensen, what's your guess?
7,000 because look, there's a 7 right there. So I just feel like there's just
That's
it's-
7.
That is logical. He says there's a 7 in the name of the product, therefore it probably costs $7,000. Jarrell, can you tell us
I
what
did
the
1,000.
final is? The price is
I was
only
closer.
$3.99.
Wait,
That
no, I was
means
closer.
Andre
Yeah,
was
I got it
closer.
right.
Therefore, Andre won.
Jason, I told you were gonna lose. I told you, so don't blame me. Because I already gave you a warning that you're going to lose.
All right. The comeback is real. Andre, you
I'm
won.
sorry, Jason.
That's all right. Rylan, you are the lucky winner. You better thank Andre for that comeback because wow, what a comeback! I thought it might have been over, but Andre,
Thanks, Jason. You'll probably win in the next challenge if you ever get picked.
Rylan, do me a huge favor. Shoot me over a DM over on Instagram, and I will get you taken care of. Boys, thank you so much. I hope y'all had fun with that.
Oh,
That
yeah.
was a blast.
Can we see the last ones?
Huh? You want to guess the last
Yeah.
two? Can we pull that up real quick? Let's go ahead and do the last two. We'll do them fast. You guys got to have quick guesses.
Alright.
So that way the chat can see. The last, this is the last one. It is
Oh.
the Nikon ZF.
10,000.
$10,000. Andre, what's your guess?
9,000.
9,000. It's a $2,000 camera, guys.
Oh, I
Calm
win.
down.
I win.
That's all right. No, but yeah, that boys,
Three.
thank you so much for coming on for the game. I hope you guys had a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Chat, I hope you guys had fun. Just so you guys know, like you have family out there who probably has no idea how much the gear costs that you use. So if my kids feel this way, you guys should definitely check out the video because my wife played this exact same game and she did just about as bad as they did.
I guess 7 of them.
You got 7 of them closest. You don't want to touch the mic; it's gonna make a lot of noise. But
I also was in that video, except I was at like the very end. Like whenever it was just saying click this video, I was up in the top corner, like right there, and I was just guessing prices, and my prices were terrible.
that they were. But
Scott's got a point.
what's Scott say?
Cinnabon for everyone.
What does Scott say?
He says Cinnabon or something.
Oh,
Your last video.
oh yeah, no, the last video came out. Cinnabon for everyone. Yes, that's what we're gonna do after this game. We're gonna take the super chats. And we're gonna go get Cinnabon breakfast. I think that sounds like a good
Wait,
idea.
are we actually gonna get Cinnabon breakfast?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Oh,
Let's do it. And then we got one last super chat coming in, or as a super sticker. Oh, I've never seen that before. $5 super sticker. Huh. That is super interesting. I have never seen that before. I love YouTube. I feel like I'm learning something new every single time.
Every time I'm on a break, I don't care. I'm being on the live stream. I don't even care. I just like being on live stream.
They
for some
they
reason.
just invited themselves back again. So, chat, we're gonna go ahead and get ready to wrap this show up. One quick thing I do want to say is if you guys are not drilled, do me a favor, put up my Instagram handle as a banner if we can. While I go through this, do me a huge favor. Be sure to go ahead and follow me over on Instagram. That is where we are going to be pulling our questions, as well as if you are a member of the Creative Fam Academy, we will be pulling questions from there as well. I want to start doing the question of the day every single live stream. So be sure to be following me over on Instagram because I do answer questions. I'll be posting those in my actual story. So be on the lookout for those. But thank you guys so much for tuning in to this week's episode of Uncensored. We've had a blast. I have my kids here. We talked about TikTok. If you haven't had a chance yet to be able to tune, if you miss part of the show, this is definitely an episode I think all creators should go back and rewatch, especially the beginning portion of it, because we did handle how this TikTok thing is going to drastically change us as creators. And I'd love to get your input. So definitely make sure you put those off in the comments. But thank you guys so much for checking out this episode. Be sure to hit that like button on your way out, and we'll catch you guys in the next video.
Like, comment, and subscribe to ever. You better subscribe, everybody. If you don't subscribe, then I'm gonna get very mad.
And you won't like him when he's angry. We'll catch you guys in the next video.
Nope, not at all.
No.